If you didn't have a guest on tap, I was gonna say let's get Chase.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I had messaged Chase about this several times, but I went back and I was like, you know what? I guess I never did send a message to him about it. It's one of those things. I mean, I've had a bunch of people on, and you just kind of get lost in the shuffle. But I think Chase and I haven't spoken for like 2 years now, probably.
Yeah, I haven't been with band people in over 2 years. I've just been around the state and doing. I finally moved back up to like the Smyrna area for a job recently, so should come in if you guys are ever in Atlanta. Good and drop by.
What's it like up in near the US 41 Tourist Park corridor? My sister used to live there.
Garbage traffic, not that much to do, but
Well, the Braves did lock out, so
God, I can't believe the Braves actually won something.
I know,
I remember
right?
like 5, 6 years ago thinking, man, this team is never going to do anything, are they?
What,
So
after
glad
we
to be
traded
wrong.
Jason Hayward and company?
Sure. I mean, I guess I don't really follow baseball that detailed, so I can't really give any comment on that. But
The Braves
casually would.
blew it up in about 2014. After the 2014 season, the Braves blew it up.
Oh yeah, did they? So they just like tank for a season and start working a farm
3.
system?
For 3.
Oh, for 3 years. Wow.
15, 16, and 17.
Well, damn if it wasn't worth it.
That's the process?
I guess we're the Sixers now. We actually got the championship.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
Yo,
What do we have?
Chase, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Chase. I know these guys from marching band in college at Georgia Tech. First time on this, so nice to be here.
Also, for the record, Chase was a damn good drum major during the time of the Yellow Jacket Marching Band.
Oh yeah, that was drum major.
We'll talk about that because there's got to be some conspiracy on that.
Oh no,
I think
band politics.
No, what I'm getting at is like everyone knew that you should have been drum major like 2 years before you got, I guess, voted into it.
Oh yeah.
Because I mean, you were clearly better than, and not to speak bad of the other ones, they're fine, but like you were one of the better candidates, and I don't know how it took you until your last year there to rise to the occasion.
Well, I mean, I guess it was. I mean, it was an honor to do it. Just first up, it was a really good learning experience for me. It was a maturing moment, honestly. Like, kind of seeing the band from a different perspective, getting to talk with a lot of different people, bring everyone's interests together. So it was a learning moment and learning experience. It was one of the funnest things I ever did in college. It was great, and there were certainly some trying times, but it was definitely worth it, and I appreciate you guys always supporting me on that.
Always.
Yeah. So Chase, what have you been up to in the last? You said you recently moved back up to the area.
Yeah, I moved to Smyrna for a job. I do, after graduating in 2019, I was kind of figuring some things out, moved back home for a while. But then I kind of transitioned into doing data analysis and analytics. And so I got a job as an analyst with a flooring company up here in Smyrna. So I moved here a couple months ago to be closer to the job. Of course, it's been still a lot of remote work and figuring things out as people continue to funnel back in from the pandemic.
Is there a data analyst job that requires you to be in person? I feel like that's just like
Honestly,
stay at home.
I mean, personally, I don't think so. I do everything on the computer, so I would prefer to, honestly, I'd prefer to move back where I was and and work remotely permanently. But yeah, I mean, it's good to know, like it's good to be in person for a little bit, if and not necessarily just for the specific job I'm doing, but to kind of meet coworkers, kind of learn the business, learn what people are doing. Um, Learn specific, a lot of people in our company are a little bit older and a little bit more technologically averse, so kind of seeing how they operate and bringing them into the fold is always nice.
Oh no, for what it's worth, also going back in person kind of instills a bit of more of a routine,
Hmm.
at least for me. I don't know
Yeah,
if that's the case for you. Does it?
I find like it's routine either way for me. I've gotten pretty comfortable in kind of a routine I do when I do work from home. Um, Honestly, I feel like I'm almost more productive when I work from home, at least in the mornings. Uh, but I do feel like that there's value in at least going in sometimes to discuss ideas with people. So I see the argument for both. It's definitely more cost effective though to kind of work remotely. So I think what a lot of people, the appeal of it for a lot of people is, you save on gas, you save on travel time. There's probably the environmental angle there too, and a lot of things to consider.
Especially in that traffic.
Oh God, yeah. I mean, here the traffic isn't, at least in my route to the office, isn't that bad. It's the general Atlanta traffic, which spreads out. I've learned from, I mean, basically I'm down I-20, and I-20 is a disaster. It's almost arguably worse than 75 and 85 sometimes, but yeah, anywhere near Atlanta is going to have periods of bad traffic, especially around the holidays. Good Lord.
Oh God.
Yeah. Um, Chase, what do you expect from the show? Did you look it up? I mean, I
I
guess I didn't
honestly,
send you
I
a
honestly
list.
didn't. I just,
Didn't send you any.
I didn't. I mean, no offense or anything. I just didn't know that this was a thing. I was.
I swear I've talked about it to you.
It could have been. It could have been in passing, like a couple years ago,
Yeah, it
maybe.
had to have been a couple of years ago.
Um, it's honestly hard for me to remember the specifics of all the stuff that went on. I do vaguely remember. I know you said you did something. I don't know if it was a pod. I didn't remember if it was a podcast or if it was just something you were doing or working on with. At the time, I thought it was other trumpets or something like that. But
I'm a content producer, you could say that.
oh yeah.
This is my main job, my primary income.
Oh
Um,
nice.
I wish I could say that. That'd be the, the tens of people that listen. Thank you, our listeners. I guess Spotify does, like people are posting their like top song, like Spotify does their year summary thing, right?
Mhm.
And so this
Yeah.
this podcast is hosted on Anchor.fm, which is
Mhm.
a Spotify company. So it's basically hosted on Spotify. It's also on Spotify, but anyway,
You on
this year we gained
Spotify?
six. Huh?
You on Spotify? Well, I've seen you on Anchor and I've seen you on YouTube. I've never seen you on Spotify.
Yeah, it's on Spotify. If you go to the Anchor link, it has all the links for all the other Apple Podcasts, all that stuff. Anyway, we gained 16% more followers. We also had two different countries that are listening to
Oh
the podcast.
nice. We're
So I
international.
Oh, boy.
went deep into the as Chase would say analytics, and it looks like Ireland.
Jesus.
Some people from Ireland are big fans, so we appreciate the Irish fans of
Very
the show.
cool. I wonder why Ireland in particular. Is it just by chance or?
I have no idea. I mean, it's just, we have tons of other countries that like I guess some person clicked on it once or whatever. We have weird audience. I don't know why you would want to listen to this. Um, there's not much appeal, but anyway, um, we do have the game. Since Chase has never played it before, we can go right into it. Unless
Oh,
Anuj has something he wants
Have,
to talk about with Chase.
not much, but have fun. We got some interesting questions in here, I'll say that.
So
oh
Chase,
So,
boy.
the game is called Questions or Answers. It's a lot of this or that type of, this or that, yes or no type of questions, right?
Hmm.
Um, so, and the way this works is I got to get the phrase right. There are no right answers, but there are wrong answers. So,
Interesting.
be careful what you
A little
say.
rigged, but okay.
If
We
there
can
are
go
no
back
right
to.
answers, like
There
all
are.
wrong answers, does that not imply that there are right answers for some of these?
I don't know. There are 260 questions. We're not going to ask all of them
Oh
because
my God.
people have time. I respect your guys' time. These are all questions that I came up with out of the blue, so don't, I didn't go online and look up questions to ask because that would be too easy. And again, Chase, you've known me for a while now. You should see why some of these are out of my crazy mind. All right, are you ready?
I guess as ready as I'll ever be.
And I think Anuj has answered several of these, so you can chip in whenever you want.
Sure.
We'll start easy. Do you charge your phone overnight?
No, actually.
Not a phone charger overnight?
No, I do it during the day, actually. Just because, I don't know. A lot of times, I guess it's a habit because, like, a lot of times, whenever my bed has been in a particular, like, orientation in the room, like, the charger hasn't stretched, and I, like, always have my phone on, like, with a blue screen or whatever, looking at stuff right before sleep. I know it's a terrible habit, but, so it never, like...
Nightlight for Android.
Is that the worst thing you could do?
Oh, I'm sure there's worse out there, but... But, yeah, no, so I just got in that habit, so I charge it during the day and keep it going there.
Do you wear jeans in the summer?
Not if I can help it. It's way too hot for that. I just usually rock the gym shorts now. Unless I like have to go into work or something, and then I'll suffer through jeans.
At least you didn't die wearing jeans in the summer. Or
Oh,
almost die.
God, I remember that. Oh, that was scary. Oh no.
Okay, next question. Big trash cans or small trash cans?
Huh. I guess I'll go with big trash cans. Probably because I'm lazy and I won't like rigorously take the trash out every few days or whatever. So it's like just throw it in there until it accumulates. I store mine under the sink though, so maybe that kind of out of sight, out of mind.
Hydrate or die straight?
What lines count as?
Oh, absolutely. We absolutely hydrate. That is the only option as alums of the Georgia Tech marching band.
Should YouTube be called MeTube?
No, actually it should be called like ThemTube because it's no longer for content creators. It's just this corporate shithole.
Man,
Sad
I've
to
never
say.
taken that angle before. Okay. Is fast food not quite fast enough?
No, it's fine. Like, I guess maybe some of it could be faster, but
You're overall satisfied with the speed of fast food?
yeah, it's fast enough, just fast enough.
I don't do much fast food nowadays, I guess. I don't know. I feel like it's worse, though, just pandemic-wise. But I guess everything is. I think, this is a side note, but two different delivery companies have lost my package recently.
Oh, no.
I don't know how I got to that point. I guess I'm just upset. This is where I found a way to slide that into the conversation.
So does DoorDash count as fast food? Or Uber Eats?
I guess I think it's the food. I don't know.
I see, like, on the one hand, I could see it because it has some of the kind of features of fast food, right? Like you order it, it's maybe delivered to you, but it's not fast, right? It's going to take half an hour depending on where you go. So, I guess by definition, no.
If you walk by someone you know, do you say hi?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Jack or Jill?
I don't know, Jack.
Can men wear rain boots?
Rain boots. It's an interesting question. The only thing close I've ever seen is like people in swamp, like when you go in swamp or something, or when you go something gross like that, I guess so. But just as a fashion statement, probably should stay away from it.
Oh wow, no one has ever said no. Okay. Uh, is Tanner attractive?
Which Tanner?
Tanner debates.
Oh shit. Man, I haven't seen him. I don't think I've seen him in 2 years.
Even better.
Even better?
Is Tanner attractive based on your fuzzy memory?
My fuzzy memory. Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt and say yes.
Oh, okay, he's gonna love that. Sydney or Cindy?
As a name, right?
There's no. You interpret these questions however you want. They haven't even gotten weird yet.
Cindy or Sydney? I guess I'll go with. You know what? I play some games with some Australians, so I'll go with Sydney out of respect for their country.
Is pudding just refrigerated ice cream?
God, no, it's so much worse.
It's worse than refrigerated ice cream.
Yeah, the pudding is disgusting.
Gelatin?
What's that, Anuj?
Isn't it like gelatin? Essentially?
It's like gelatin plus other additives and basically just sugar.
It's pudding.
I feel like my profile is being built for Facebook right now.
Yeah.
Froyo's pretty good though.
Laptop or top lap?
Laptop.
Okay. Do you get too many emails?
Yeah, and a lot of them are like useless spam stuff. So yeah, I guess maybe who doesn't?
What's the worst?
Oh, the worst is like LinkedIn spam pinging you like, this is what happened on your LinkedIn this week. And I'm like, great, I don't check it ever. So,
Wait, you have a LinkedIn?
oh yeah, I did that for like job application stuff. I regret it, but I don't know, maybe it helped. Maybe it didn't. I don't know.
Everyone says that. They're like, I have a LinkedIn, I guess, because I needed it, but I don't know if it helped.
It's hard to tell. Honestly, I think getting a job, especially the first one, getting hired is much more of a random process than I think we'd like to admit.
Oh, I fully admit it's super random. It's a dart throw where you're blind.
Right.
It's like, yeah, just taking more shots over time, just kind of playing the odds is kind of how a lot of it happens, honestly. And then depending on the situation you land in, it may or may not be good, even, because you can learn so little from interviews.
Are cupcakes just muffins with icing?
Ooh. This reminds me of the "is this a sandwich" debate, the "is X a sandwich" debate, which eventually regressed to a Pop-Tart is a sandwich, like a hot, like...
There's no sandwich questions
I know.
in this repository. I'll let you know ahead of time.
Good. That debate was interesting.
I don't think there's any.
The question is, cupcakes just muffins with icing? I would say no, because I think the muffin has the top structure, right? Like it balloons out and spills over a little bit, if that makes any sense. So I would say they're distinct.
Have you ever not gone to an event because your phone wasn't charged?
Ooh. I don't think so. Not that I can remember, at least.
Hot tub or hot bath?
I'll go with hot tub.
Drops or Jupiter?
What are Jupiter?
Drops or Jupiter?
Jupiter.
Is March 4th the most progressive day of the year?
This is gonna sound very ignorant of me. What is on March 4th?
Is March 4th The most progressive day of the year.
Uh,
Sound it out.
oh,
Anuj, you want to help him?
God damn it. I see what you're doing. For that pun, I will say no, in spite.
Okay. I had a high school teacher that told me that. He's like, March 4th is the most progressive day of the year.
It's
That's
also
like
National
that's like
Washington
the
Day.
that's like the most dad of dad jokes.
Yeah, he was definitely that type of person. Is corn on the cob just the chef being lazy?
No, I think it's a valid way of cooking it and consuming it.
Is Valentine's Day bad for the environment?
Uh, well, I will interpret environment in several ways and say yes.
What does in several ways mean?
I think Valentine's Day is like, I don't know, it feels just like this an excuse to eat chocolate and I don't know. There's some there's just a lot of I guess like empty stuff around Valentine's Day. Probably better if you have a partner or something.
Uh, okay, two more. Are teeth just exposed bones?
No, I don't think so. I think they're distinct enough from
Good to
bones.
know. Okay. And last one, are the Cowboys going to win the Super Bowl this year?
No.
Like anyone's ever said yes to that? I've been asking this for like 3 or 4 years now.
No.
They have the talent, but Mike McCarthy will hold them back.
I
Guarantee it.
You know if their talent matters anymore. They just like find these ways to look less impressive than they should be.
Okay, so that's just a snippet of the game.
Do I get like do I get like a final score calculated?
There's no what is it? No right answers, but there are wrong answers. Yeah, so yeah, you just kind of do whatever. There's plenty more.
I'm gonna end up on a watch list.
Probably, I don't know. Some of those, yeah.
Excellent.
Anyway, anything else you guys want to cover in this episode? I mean, personal life, whatever else.
I mean, I guess if you have any questions or whatever, sure, but like I don't have anything off the top of my head.
Anuj, hit him with something.
I got nothing. This is your episode.
Well, I'm glad I can be as comfortably boring as possible to tank your viewership even more. So that's
Okay, we're going up. We're up 16% listeners from last year. I guess from last year. I don't know. Thank you to Spotify for.
I will ask you this one thing, Chase. Can you be an offensive coordinator?
no. I just watch football and complain at the TV like everybody else.
We'll get into that. That's a good tease for next week's episode. About Georgia Tech football.
Oh boy.
Thanks guys for coming on for this one.